Hello everyone, this is Cookies. I've got turn 23 of the second game of Lucid's tournament. Let's go ahead and hop in. So the Throne of Air has been claimed. Caleb getting those extra air gems. I don't expect we'll see them higher than the Windmasters. They have their own national mages for Air 2, Flying Air 2. But the air income is always welcome. And then it looks like we have a big Calum elfing on man. So these wars are real interesting, and they're coming in really quick too, which I like. All right, so Atlanta's going after Agartha. All right, that was a large Atlantis force. 145, including 138 Ice Guard. Pretty insane. All right, and then we have 3 attacks from Calum onto man. This must have been a big elfing of Raven Guard. We've got some Ichthids in this group. Okay. In Nether Mines, yeah, more Raven Guard. And these Raven Guard groups are actually pretty huge. Okay. So no casualties there. Lost 8 here, but killed a bunch of Bakemono. In Calcis, another large Raven Guard group. Okay. Then in Gwendolyn, or Gwelladon, sorry. Raiding Sitis also, but there's 50 PD here. If they get the 2 commanders, now they did get the Barbarian Chief, so there's 1 other commander. They have to get this priest though if they want a shot. All right, Sitis PD brings that one home. And then in Gilgad, we've got Atlantis attacking Agartha. So these are the Boar Mercs. They're not good, but they've only been running into 1 PD. And they're good enough for that. Then we've got Tianchi against Batala. So Tianchi finally coming out. All right, sending the Pretender. Maybe has enough troops on the cap that he feels confident sending the Pretender out to kill PD. All right, takes care of all that. So that is, yeah, it was all a PD. I think it was about 34 PD. Then in Panicrator's Legacy, a whole bunch of Earthbound and crossbows. The Long Dead don't... Oh. Okay, they do have just enough space to get through. Okay. I mean, these Calum armies are pretty big, actually. All right. It's definitely been building this up in secret. We haven't seen a big mass of Raven Guard in any of his forts. Okay. Nice. Well done. This is going to be a very fast blitz. Sitis attacking Marignan. Bringing the Black Dragon and a bunch of Tomb Chariots. And Marignan is not home. Let's see how much stuff is here. So we've got 52 Tomb Chariots. We've got 23 Banefire crossbows. 62 Poison Slingers. The Barbarian's probably just going to get poisoned again. And then he's got his dragon, a Lizard King, the reassembled prince, who is immortal. Pretty solid army. It's a lot of stuff. Alright, in Flemistan. And the dragon makes it difficult for the virtue to try and thug that prior army too. Alright. Alright, the Agarthan army on the move. So 232 troops going into Atlantis. Calum attacking man again. These are... Alright. I'm impressed at the amount of stuff he's managed to mobilize. And keep secret. None of these groups got patrolled out, I don't think. Okay. That man group is dead. So far all of them have worked. He lost 3 Raven Guard here. And killed a Magister Arcane. Alright, Marignon attacking Walden. Got a bunch of Royal Guard. We've got the Virtue. Oh, this is a throne. The Virtue has a little bit of stuff. In terms of potential loot, we've got a Ring of Frost, Hardwood Club, Lightweight Scale Mail, and a Rawhide Shield. So not... Oh, and also a... No, Pendant of Luck is on his missionary. So yeah, not a whole lot of loot here. Alright, most dangerous thing here is a couple of ice strikes, but they're also dangerous to the Indies. Alright, so we've got a little bit of attack rear going on here. Virtue lands on some of the crossbows. Here's the kit. Buff script was Mist Form, Air Shield, Fire Shield, Battle Fury, and Charge Body. Did get a little body ethereal on these heavy cav. This ice strike here. Annihilating a lot of his own light infantry, but also killing a lot of the Royal Guard. Probably a good trade. Now the Virtue does not have cold resist, so it is down to 44 hit points. So it's been taking a little bit of damage. Yeah, 3 points of damage here. Got a rout of the Royal Guard. It might actually rout the Virtue as well. Yeah, so we've got an HP rout. And it could cost this chart maker. Looks like he might... Nope, he almost got away. Alright. So the result of this is loses the chart maker, loses 8 of 9 heavy cav, 15 royal guard, 13 swordsmen. Kills 2 commanders, 5 crossbows, 38 heavy infantry, and 47 light infantry. Alright, and potentially lost some more in the retreat. Agartha attacks Atlantis. Just a little bit of PD again. Okay. Let's see. Or wait. Did I do that right? Yeah, we did Walden. Oh, Dragon Pointe? Did I... Maybe I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, so we've got the dragon here. Alright, so this is an army fight. And I kind of spoiled it a little bit because I got confused. Alright, so we've got a bunch of Ice Guard here. These are a lot of the glaive guys. I really like the glaive guys. In a crossbow duel, though, the ones with the shields can definitely be a little bit better at holding the line. We've got the Black Dragon here. And on the opposite side, for Agartha, we've got 2 lines of crossbows and then a line of blind fighters and cave knights. So we'll go ahead and let this play out. Alright. Now the buff script was Temper Armor's Gift of Giant Strength and Personal Stone Skin. A little bit of friendly fire there from the dragon. Ooh, a lot of friendly fire. There is a flank back here. Alright. So we've got an Atlantis victory at Dragon Pointe. Loses 16 Ice Guard. I guess 4 Heavy Cav. And there's 6 Sacreds. Again, the Sacreds have less protection. But they don't suffer from the ice protection thing, so they can fight outside of your dominion better. And then we've got pretty heavy attrition for Agartha. 31 blind fighters, 18 cave knights, 29 crossbows, servant of the oracles, a drake lord. So this army got pretty smashed up. I think for this dragon, probably half the kills were enemy crossbows and the other half might have been his own troops. But yeah, a big win for Atlantis there. We'll have to take a look in just a second. because we've still got raids from Calum on man. So we've got another big band of Raven Guard. Okay. And then in the Caves of Mira, we've got a bump. So Calum's sending a Harab Elder to, I guess, loot this Bakemono Shaman. He's got a Ring of Warning and a Black Steel Plate. Okay. And then Tianchi goes ahead and bumps into this. Nope. The Harab Elder gets killed. Just in time. They actually almost won that bump with the Horde of Skeleton spam. So kills 5 Barb Heavy Horsemen, or loses. Tianchi loses 5. Calum loses the Harab Elder and 2 Pale Ones. And then, let's see. We've got Atlantis attacking Agartha in Hamain. This is a little bit more budget raid meant for killing PD, and that's what it finds. Okay. And then in Bogaton. Alright, tell me you sent some... No, you pinged it. I really think he's being a little overcautious here. I think you want to secure this territory pretty quickly. Alright. So, and by that I mean probably some of these heavy cav could have just run in here and taken some of this and then gone back on the capital. Nevertheless, still making a lot of progress on the fort siege, which is the advantage of keeping all this stuff on the capital. Alright, so Tianchi's got Patala down to just 3 provinces, and they're besieged, whatever they've got besieged. I think it was about 1 turn's worth of recruitment. And then we've got the Atlantis invasion of Agartha. So we did see this army, this Agarthan army, leave Umbra. It looks like some troops are still here. I'm wondering why they didn't come with. Interesting. But Atlantis won this fight in Dragon Pointe. So I really think this fortification might be screwed now. I think unless it pops up next turn, but we've got Atlantean troops on both ends of this cave system. So this income is cut off and these troops are cut off. And then this army could also put Frosted Peaks under siege. Additionally, oh my gosh, all the stuff here. So Scout gets patrolled out, Man Scout, and a tent owner. So they patrol out a lot of stuff, but I mean, we've got 116 Agarthan troops here in Deep Forest that probably need to make a move. Maybe they can move on to Frosted Peaks. And then we've got the army in Flemistan. They moved from Kafir up to here. And this fort's not cracked, so they could come back and try to rout the army on their fort. Or they could try to push ahead. There are still 5 unsieged Agarthan forts. I'm not, yeah, and plus 1 more in the cave system for Steel Evans. Okay, so I mean, Agartha's still got a lot of fight left in them. The army with the dragon up here in Dragon Point is pretty deadly. There's this large army with two Angakocks. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, I mean these are the big cap only mages. And I think we've got more Atlantean troops on the way. This is going to be a very tough war for Agartha. This fort has come up under the ocean here. We've got another fort coming up soon in Blue Water. And all of these things are producing troops, and all of these troops are heading towards the front lines, it seems. So it's going to be difficult. Atlantis definitely has a geographic advantage against Agartha here. Unless Agartha can break into certain summons that will allow them to push underwater. But Atlantis also has a lot of magic weapons, so I think it's going to be tough. Definitely something that outside powers should consider intervening in, potentially. If Atlantis looks to be winning this, maybe TNG could intervene or something. Now, for the rest of this row, we have a token defense on Pyrene, and Man's army has moved away, so they've come back to Nilmeria. It looks like maybe this was a patrol out, because I don't think we saw... And patrol, when stuff gets patrolled out, it doesn't show up in my messages menu. I mean, that failed on Satis. I don't think we saw any failed raids. Okay. Oh no, it was here. Did I just miss that? Okay. That's what happened to it. It was on hold and attack. Alright. So Man's going to go ahead and defend Nilmeria. He catches one of the raids. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successful raids. Now, 4 of them did not trace income because this group in Nilmeria got caught out, I guess. They would have had to go to Vale of Valor or Durland. But, yeah. So, and then we've got Man, who's patrolling a couple of forts. He's got a fair amount of stuff. So we'll see how Man reacts. Man is still trying to get his boar back. The boar could be difficult for... I think Calum's Earthbound can maybe deal with it. I don't know enough about death weapons and how that would intervene, but I think that's armor negating damage. If I remember right. So 2 armor negating damage with a MR save. All enemies hit will suffer extra damage and get diseased by the Death Bless effect. They fail an MR roll. The damage is magical and will be effective versus ethereal beings. Oh, that's interesting. So it's a way to get magic weapons on your Bless as well. So, magic weapon crossbows. Well, yeah, I mean, that seems pretty good. The armor negating damage also seems pretty good. Crossbows seem pretty good at potentially trying to punch through the boar. So we'll see if it works out for him. But yeah, this region is super contested. I mean, we've got Atlantis stuff in here. We've got Agarthan stuff. Man stuff. Calum running around in here. The only person who's not getting to enjoy this land is Pyrene at this point. Alright. And then coming down here to Calum. So we just found out what Calum's been up to. They do have more Earthbound and Raven Guard in their capital. And it looks the third Heavenborn. I think this is a hero because Kaka is up here. The army. Yeah, the Raven of the Underworld. Yeah, I mean, this is... And he's got a conjuration bonus site. I'm not sure if he's noticed. I mean, we'll see. What can Calum do with a conjuration bonus site? So, what are his paths? Air and Death? A little bit of other stuff, but a lot of Air and Death. Okay. So if we look at conjuration for air, it wouldn't take a lot to get a lot out of this path. You could add a lot of griffins, storm drakes, wyverns, like great eagles. You could spam, oh, where is it? Oh, maybe that's a different spell. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here. I thought Draconians were in here. But maybe, oh, it might be because of me being omniscience. I think they cut out certain spells for me. I'm not sure. But I was thinking Draconians. And then, additionally, oops. For Earth, you've got Cave Grubs. You can spam out some Ogres, potentially. Fall Bears would be a pretty good option. Although, probably not best to pair them with the Earthbound. But they can be good for taking forts. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see if Calum realizes that they have this conjuration discount site. I don't see any activity on it yet. But yeah, I mean, this is a very effective blitz so far, but man's got a lot of stuff. He's already rebuilt most of the losses he took on Pyrene's capital, and he's gonna likely start getting out there and counter raiding. A lot of these groups are pretty consistent. We're looking at 30-ish Raven Guard. So you can build a counter raiding party for 30-ish Raven Guard, and then you really only have to deal with these two armies. I mean, there's 50 here, but this army could also try to catch the Calum army. And yeah, we had 45 down here, so 30 to 50 Raven Guard. Looks like we've got 2 packs of near 50. And now Calum knows about the Grey Enchantress. And how many gems are here, which is 6. It's a very nice province. All right. And I think that's almost everyone. Not a whole lot to say about Pyrene or Patala. They're both trapped in their capitals. I guess we haven't talked about Sitis, have we, in Tianchi? Where did they go? Oh, here we go. All right. Or Sitis and Marignan. So we've got 2 large Sitis armies here. The dragon is awake again. It looks like Sitis moved to try and take a fight with Marignan. Marignan backed off. Maybe he's trying to clear out PD dumps. Calum's just trying to vulture everyone. So runs into Gueladon and loses that group. Jaguar Tribe Priest. Very interested to see if we end up getting a showdown between Marignan and Sitis here. But with the dragon here, I don't think you will. And the Virtue is off running around somewhere. I forget where the Virtue went. Oh, the Virtue retreated from this fight. Okay, so the Virtue retreated to Equestria. We've got another army here in King's Tomb Desert on its way. I could see this army potentially joining up in Bergamum to go on Sitis. And just taking a really big battle there. But we'll have to see. Still a tremendous amount of troops here for Marignan. All right. And I will admit, I'm a little biased at this point because I really want to see them use the first gate. They've been using the Devil's Den. I want to see them use the Bloodhenge druids a bit. I think that would be fun. So to see like a really powerful like Blood Marignan. Calem's also got an interesting bless. Let's see. But Man's a really good player. I'm curious to see what they do in terms of counter rating. And then TNG, at this point, I'm just rooting for them to go fight the PD dumps because I know they can beat them. They do have more troops on the way. But it seems like they're getting a little greedy again and trying to put up more infrastructure. But we'll see. I mean, he's pretty much got his war won. I just don't... If he takes too long, other people might get involved, but I don't think that's a concern anymore. Calem's fighting Man, Atlantis is fighting Agartha, and Marignan is still trying to put down Sitis, so I think he can take his time. It would be good to see him go for a couple of thrones, which you could do if you took care of these PD dumps quickly and cracked this fort quickly, did a lot of foreign wreck. Then you could sweep through these two thrones and try to get forts on them before Calem and Man have finished killing each other. I think that would be good. And then potentially he could start looking at vulturing other people. So he could think about attacking Atlantis while they're busy fighting Agartha. Although that sets you up for fighting underwater forever. You could also think about backstabbing Calem while they're fighting Man, which I think would be a good move. Calem is definitely a nation that can snowball very quickly, so getting birds off the board could be a pretty strong play. But other than that, everyone else is just embroiled in wars, and I love it. It's so entertaining. So, looking forward to next turn, where we can see Man's response to all these raids. And potentially catch some other showdowns. Maybe we might get a showdown from Sitis and Marignan. Or this Agarthan army. Maybe it'll try to chase the Atlantis army. That could take a couple of turns to develop. But we should also get some combat between Man and Calem. So very much looking forward to all this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.